you are your own security. If I mention what they do, it's a $30 billion company, a year company. So now I saved them $30 million.
Ooh.
Yes.
Right.
But something is missing. Like, I'm not feeling this anymore. It doesn't matter if you're the best person there or not.
It's not
It's
working for
time
you anymore.
to move.
Wow.
They told me
You
the-
say
that this is how much
You
saved
saved
that.
that.
you
Yes.
saved because of what you did.
Because they compared it to last year, right?
What did I
Yeah.
get
Right.
for it? Thank you.
A good job.
Damn.
Good
They probably
job.
A pat on the back.
I mean, I guess they'll say this is what we brought you here for.
Yeah, exactly. That's what they be
Oh my
like.
God. All right. Hey. Hi, Hackerproof family. Welcome back. We are so excited to have you here. Today, we have a very, very, very special guest in our midst. He's actually one of the most multifaceted human beings I've ever met. He's a GRC analyst, a cloud security engineer. He's an author and a tech entrepreneur with some great businesses that we can't wait to talk about. Today, originally from Nigeria, we have Tolu Michael in the building.
Thank you, Victoria. I'm glad to be
We're
here.
so excited to have you. So
Thank you.
excited. Thank you for taking the time. We know you're a very busy guy. Honestly, you guys, I don't want to put his business out there, but this guy runs like a whole company, not a 50-person, not a 20-person company. I'm talking over a 100-person company, you guys. And he has businesses, he has books, he has so much just going on. So we're going to dive into it today. And thank you for being here, honestly.
Thank you for
We
having me.
appreciate it.
Thank you.
Yes.
I'm glad to be here. Thank you.
Yeah.
And thank you for that introduction.
Ah!
I was going to ask, like, who is that? What is she talking about?
No, I'm
She
so
killed it, man.
impressed.
She killed
Like,
it.
your resume is long, and I'm just so impressed. So I had to make sure they understand like who we have in our midst.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay, so tell us a little bit about yourself. Would you mind, for people that you've already been here before, but someone might be watching again, could you walk us through your journey, how you got here? Just give us the rundown.
All right. Well, thank you. I think I'm going to start from when I started working.
Yeah.
I started as a pen tester, and before then, I was actually driving Uber.
Oh,
So,
wow.
yeah, I
Ooh.
was driving Uber where I enrolled in so many courses,
Yeah.
paid so many instructors. I'll be driving Uber, and then at the same time, when I drop a passenger, I'm watching a video,
Yeah.
right? So when I get home, the next thing I'm doing is I go on my laptop because I already set up a lab in my
Hey.
workstation at home. So I'm there till about 1 a.m. and that's what I was doing every day.
Wow.
Now, when I got a
Dedication.
job,
I was just saying that.
Dedication. I love it, bro.
so when I got a job, I got 3 jobs at the same time.
Congratulations
Now-
to that.
Fortunately or unfortunately, then there wasn't, remote role. So I couldn't take more than one.
Right.
So I took one, and that was how I started.
Yeah.
Now, fast forward till now, I have close to a decade experience in
OG
cybersecurity.
in our midst.
Yeah.
OG.
So I've worked in pretty much almost all the domains in cybersecurity, pen testing, which is security assessment. I've done GRC. I've
Yeah.
done cloud security.
Oh,
I've
okay.
done SOC. I've done security engineering. I've done identity and access management. Like, I've done everything.
Yeah.
Also, within these 10 years, I'm proud to say it. Anywhere, I've worked for more than 15 companies.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah,
Guys.
because I was doing 2-3 jobs,
15.
per time,
Yeah.
and I don't stay
15.
too long
Yeah.
with one company.
One company.
So yeah. Also, today I run one of the leading training company in the US, Excel My Cyber, where we train people to get into cybersecurity
Nice.
in 90 days.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh,
90.
90
Class-
90 days is...
It's about 3
Yeah,
months.
90 days.
Okay.
Yeah. Also, I founded an edtech company in Africa where we train people to pass their exams. O-level professional exams. We have a software that help them simulate, and also have predictive analysis that predict like your next exam.
Yeah.
Like if you want to write exam next year, it looks at based on last 30
So
years
decorated.
Yep.
and predict where your exam would
Yeah.
come from and where you should concentrate.
We have the African Elon Musk like in our midst because this is a long resume.
Also,
long technical resume.
I'm part of the founding
Hey.
team for Peer Money. Peer Money is a fintech company.
Hey.
Yeah, Peer Money is a fintech company. We help businesses across Africa, and we are in partnership with Stanbic IBTC, where they are major
Wow.
fintech
That's big.
partner. Yeah,
That's big.
we're in Uganda, we're in Nigeria as well.
Congrats.
Also, we're building lightforth. Lightforth is one that I'm so much like proud of and I'm so engaged in right now. Lightforth is like let's say Udemy and ChatGPT put together. Why did I say that?
Yes, why do you say that?
Yeah, so say for, let's use Daniel as an example. Daniel is cloud security engineer and Daniel is an instructor. So myself, I want to learn cloud security. So I go on Lightforth to learn cloud security. Before I start learning, Lightforth, does some kind of assessment to know my skills, my interests, everything about me, and then suggest the courses that are good for me.
Right.
So it suggests Daniel's, CloudSecOps course. I start taking that. Now, Lightforth is the first technology company in the industry that does live coaching course connecting instructors with their students anywhere in the world.
Okay, my question with this is, how are these instructors found?
So that is something that we do internally. We email and we target instructors that are already in the field. Right now, so after that, after I'm done, the next thing is I want to build my resume. I'm done training, right? Then there's AI resume on our platform as well that you put all your details and then it writes a powerful world-class resume for you. So that resume goes through ATS. That ATS has to be minimum of 90% score. So after that, then it gives you about 6 to 10 templates to choose from.
Okay.
Once you pick that, now the next thing is you want to start applying for jobs.
That's it.
There is auto apply on that platform as well. All right.
I have a question before you proceed.
Okay.
There are certain system that can determine if this resume or this paper was written by AI.
Okay.
How
Now
do you go about that?
Here's the thing. Because there's AI and there's a system that determine or detect AI written, there's another system that does not allow you detect that this is written by AI.
So you spin it.
So yeah,
Trust me, I know what you're doing. I've done it before.
It's all about technology, right? So that is why it also goes through ATS. So when you also apply for jobs, say for instance, I want to apply for cloud security engineering now. I put my resume there and I put the job website like ZipRecruiter, Indeed, and all that. Then it begins to apply for cloud security jobs for me, like human. So you, the recruiter,
But you know what? Okay, sorry to cut you off, right? But like, okay, some websites will direct you to like, let's say Greenhouse or other third-party websites that have like they may post the job on Indeed, they may post the job on ZipRecruiter, but it needs to go to a third-party website. Does your software allow for like? Does it go to that place and literally type in name, email, address, experience, years? Like it does that, or like,
all right?
What's the limitations?
Thank you for that question. So when you put your resume, you have everything about you and your resume as well. And when you're also going to fill the form, like every field that any job, like the job site, they pretty much use the same system where you put all your details and then are you black or African American? Like they use the same thing. So we have that template as well. It goes like it applies to everything, filling all of them out for you.
Wow.
So once you're done applying, the next thing is you want to do interview because they're writing to you. Now the next thing is there's mock interview prep on that platform. So what it does is I want to do interview as a cloud security, and Victoria, let's say Victoria has an image on our platform. So I click Victoria, then I click the voice texture that I want, then I click the language, then I put my resume and the job description that I'm going to interview with. I put it there. So there's a video that will pop up. Like human.
This is mad. This is mad.
Efficiency, bro.
This is the future.
This is gonna be bigger than anything, man.
So
you guys heard it here first, man.
Like
you're hearing it here first. Yeah. So video pop up and then say hello Tolu. You're welcome for this interview. Are you ready? Yeah, let's go. So it interviews you. After the interview, it tells you what you did right, what you did wrong, and the expectations of the interviewer and how you should speak, how you should gesticulate, your body language. It will correct you, tell you, if you're looking, like it will walk you through everything.
That's
And then
crazy.
you just say thank you, and then that's it. Then you go for your interview.
Tolu,
So I don't mean to like put your business out there, but like when can we expect this though?
yes,
So
What's
there's
the
a
and
there's
let me add
frame?
on to that question. And how much is it going to cost?
okay.
Yeah. What's the monthly
full
fee? Because
rundown.
it's a lot of
Yes.
features. So
Okay, so here's the thing. Right now, we've not done the pricing yet.
Okay.
And there's a waiting list right now.
Oh,
and we have
interesting.
tons of people that have signed up. And I believe in this comment section or in the description of this video, the link to go to the waiting list will be there. So you can click and then sign up. You have the waiting list. And once the product is out, you'll be forced to know.
I have to ask for
Sign
our
up, guys, sign up.
family. Like, can we expect something special for our Hackerproof family? A code?
100%. 100%.
Yes.
And here's the sweet spot for my fellow coaches and instructors, because I do coaching. So see, the sweet thing is this product is built, designed, and built by instructors because we know the pain that we feel.
to.
So let me give you an instance. You come to me, I train you for GRC, and because you have a job, either you're working in a factory or you're a driver or whatever you do, you don't have the time to build your resume over and over again.
Yeah.
You don't have the time to apply for jobs. You don't have the time to do interview preparation. Then you say, oh, it's a scam. He trained me. I didn't get a job. So what we're trying to do is help coaches and instructors. How? As a coach and as an instructor, what you have to do is just train your student. Then we give you a link as a partner where you sign up as a partner. And then you give that link to your student and tell them, now we're done with our training. Now it's time for you to apply for a job. It's time for you to build your resume, apply for a job, and prepare for interview.
Okay.
So they click on that link, they subscribe, and you get minimum of $20 a month just because your student goes through that. And in doing that, your students are getting jobs. They're referring more people to you. You're getting passive income.
Yep.
So that is game changer for our coaches and our instructors.
I might like to be a coach. This is
Yeah.
crazy.
Like,
It's
I'm
crazy.
telling you. And also, did you have something to say?
Yeah, I have something.
ahead.
So let's kind of take it back a bit.
Yeah.
You spoke about your training platform and a GRC 90 days journey, right? For me, when I hear 90 days, I'm thinking like very intense, right? So what can people expect from subscribing to that, that course or that program?
Thank you. So here's the thing. For everyone that is watching right now, every one of you won't be my student. And I will tell you why. Before we sign up people, we do a 5 days challenge. Okay? During this
Interesting.
5 days challenge, we look at your conduct. We look at how you take on the task that we give to you at the end of each day.
Okay.
And finally, there's a psychometric test that every student must do. And we use that to look at those who qualify to work with us.
Yeah.
Because we don't accept everybody. Right?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow.
So,
Which makes sense.
yeah.
I mean,
So for
yeah.
the 90 days, this program is for those who are busy, those who've got life,
Yeah.
right? And those who are ready to engage in a premium program. Because here's why. When you come on board, my team would write your resume. My team would apply for you. My team would begin to apply for jobs for you. And then my team would also coach you. So what we're doing now is what we have automated with lightforth. That's the reason why we have
Okay.
it.
That makes sense.
So with this criteria that people have to go through before you take them on, don't you think you're leaving money on the table?
It is not
That's what I
about
was
money.
thinking. I was
At this
like-
stage,
Yeah.
we're not thinking about money. And this is not pride.
I like
It's
this.
good to make money, right?
Yeah.
But what is the point of you making money and you don't have peace?
No, true.
So here's the thing. I can take on 10, 15 people and help them. They get jobs. I'm happy. They're happy. That's better than me taking on 100 and they struggle. I'm dragging them. You come to the class. No. So because it's premium, it's not cheap.
Right.
So
cheap.
you have small circle that pays well and
get
you're
good
able to
results.
help them
Yeah.
to get
Because
results.
when there's so much money involved,
Yeah.
right? People will want to work hard. They don't want to waste their money, right?
No,
so they'll
waste
be
the money,
invested.
Yeah.
So I
they'll
get
know
what
they're
Tolu
all
said.
So this criteria, or this challenge that you kind of spoke about, right? are you guys also assessing how serious they are, or how, like, motivated they are for the course? Is that part of
I mean,
the
the money should be the money.
yeah, speaking of,
Have money
no, no,
into
no, no,
it.
because
I mean,
because to be honest, people can put money in anything, and
that's
As
true.
long as they
they
have
have
it.
to do it. Exactly.
But then
That's
that's
what
on
I'm
the
saying.
person.
True.
Like if you put
True.
money into something
Yep.
and you don't take the time to do the course, I think.
Yeah.
Okay, let me give you an instance.
Sorry
For the
to
money,
you go,
drive in, but
the
I
money
wanted
part
to
you're
say,
talking about, this has happened twice. So we do the challenge every month, right?
Okay.
So someone that was part of the last cohort, she's gotten a job, then informed a friend. The guy came to the challenge as well, and on the fourth day, we gave out application on the third day. On the fourth day, he paid for the program. He got our account details from his friend that invited him. And I told my team, refund him immediately. I called him, said, well, I'm sorry, you did exact opposite of what I asked you to do. I didn't ask anybody to pay, apply, and do the test. So we refunded him, and he was disqualified. So we don't care if you have
10 million.
we don't care.
What?
If you have to, like, if you want to go to Harvard now, Harvard doesn't care
They
how
don't.
much
They
you
really
have.
honestly
Oh,
don't.
yeah,
You have
They
to
really
qualify.
honestly
Yeah, you
don't.
gotta qualify.
Yeah.
That's the same thing that we do.
Yeah.
I think this is
High
a good idea.
premium
man.
quality.
And that's why, like,
builds your
I asked that
reputation as
question
well.
basically.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It boosts your credibility
Yeah,
and your
and
integrity
you
for your
look
courses.
like you have. Let's say you have like 90 students or 100 students. You probably have a high success rate, right? Because everybody you are taking on board is doing what you're asking and they are invested.
Yeah,
Than just having
exactly.
any useless person just come and
Oh
waste
yeah,
your time.
exactly.
So here's the thing. Imagine you come on board, we're done with the training, and my team writes your resume. Even aside the resume, there's a content out. I have a content team. They write content and design graphics for you for your LinkedIn. So without even looking for jobs, you're getting some emails from recruiters, right? Now my team start applying for jobs for you. They write the resume, they apply. There are 5 things that we do. I'm not gonna say them here. There are 5 things that we do while applying for a job for you.
That's the extra sauce or the
Yeah.
extra
Yeah.
So just to ensure that you get an interview.
Yeah.
So when we are doing that, you're getting result for the money you pay. So that is why we're looking for people who are serious, people who are busy, and people who they understand the meaning of premium program. So that's why we're not taking on everybody.
Oh.
Yeah. And, there's a lot of entrepreneurs that watch the show that want to start a business that even we're going to get into his books too, guys. As you can see here, the GRC Bible, that's just one of the books that he's written. I said multifaceted, so there's a lot going on. But there's entrepreneurs watching and they don't know how to start this journey. Please advise you 10 years ago, 5 years ago, how can I start this journey to provide, value back to people that are looking to get into what I want to get into?
Well, thank you for that question. I do tell people we all have something to give. No matter who you are, you've got something to give. So once you've identified what you can give, now the next question is how can you give it at scale?
Scale.
No.
So why did I say
Yes.
that? I'm speaking from experience because I started teaching people just like Victoria does now. I was teaching my friends. And they told me, well, you're good at this. Help a lot more people.
Yeah.
And because of my accent, and maybe you're here, you're watching right now, you can do something, but because you're thinking, oh, my accent,
Don't let that
sound too
stop
African.
you. Don't
sound
let that
too.
stop you.
You don't sound like
Don't.
Victoria, but you sound like me. Trust me, if you have something to give, people
Give
want to
it.
hear
It's
from
about
you.
the-
Definitely.
They don't
the
care
know-how,
about your
what you can
accent.
give
It's
them.
all in your head.
Yes.
So you've got
Just
to now
give
think,
it.
how do I give it and how do I help people
Exactly.
at scale?
I don't even know where to even start a website. I don't know how to did you have to outsource these things? Did you develop it on your own?
Okay.
They want
So- Now, the next thing that I said is helping people at scale, right?
Yeah.
Right.
The third thing is you cannot do everything on your own.
Your own, no,
Now,
facts.
what
Very
does that
true.
mean? You've got to hire people that are better than you.
Yeah.
Let's pay attention to this. On my team, I've got people that are better, like 10 times better than me, working with me.
Yeah.
That is why people think I'm smart.
Better,
because I
better,
have smart
better.
people
People
working
around
with
you.
me.
Yeah.
So people
They
think,
make you look.
they make me look smart.
Yes.
So if you want to do something like that, the third thing is hire people that are better than you. You want to write copy. Copy is like the things you write when you post. Those are copies, or the things you write, with your ads, right? That is what they call copy. You want to write copy, hire a copywriter. Don't hire a copywriter that you're going to tell how to write.
Right.
Hire someone who is better
do
than
it.
you.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Number two, like Victoria said, you want to build a website. You want to do all these things. There are freelance websites, Upwork.com, Fiverr, lots of them.
Yeah,
Loads
there's
of
a lot
them.
of resources.
Wigs as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hire
Wigs.
freelancers to help you build all this stuff. So what you're just gonna tell them is,
There's ways,
hey
guys.
guys, I want to do this. So what do? They will tell you have to build your funnel, you have to build your socials, you have to, and then they will help you do all
Yes.
that.
Yeah.
Also, maybe you want to go on YouTube. There are people that
Have
this
done it
is what they
before.
do.
Yeah.
They've done it. They're professionals. Hire them, pay them, and they make you look smart.
That's what I.
Yeah.
Thank
I
you
think-
for
I
giving
think
the tools.
I had a follow-up question on that, right?
Yeah.
So you spoke about hiring a team, like building a team, right? What are the things to take into consideration when building that team, like in terms of values, skills, character and stuff like that?
Thank you. That's a very good question. See, I do tell my team, skills can be learned, can be built, but your attitude or your character, how am I going to help you
That's
with your
like that's
attitude?
training.
Yeah.
How am I
Yeah.
going to help you
Training.
with your attitude or your
Yeah,
character?
Yeah, exactly.
That's
So
not,
if you've got skills,
Yeah.
So when we're hiring,
Yeah.
we look at skills first. Like, we're not even going to talk to you if you've not done what we want to hire you for.
Right.
Right? Now, I don't care if you've gone to a training where they walk you through the practical experience, but you've done it.
You've done it.
So now the question of skill is out of it. So we're going to ask you questions based on your skill. Then we're going to ask you questions based on your value. So we want to know if your culture fit.
Yep.
If you've got the... So why do you not have zebra work together? Why do they not work together? Why do you have zebras walk alone? Why do you have sheep walk together? Do you notice that sheep, they walk together?
Right.
Zebras
Zebra
walk
walk
alone.
alone.
We want to know, are you zebra or are you a sheep?
sheep.
If you're
Okay.
a zebra, you're not working with
Yeah.
us. If you're a sheep, you're welcome.
Yes.
Ooh,
Okay.
That's a
That's
nice
a good-
analogy,
Teamwork.
though.
A
Yeah.
nugget right there.
Finally, for me, there are people that I hire that I know they're working with me directly. I have one criteria.
Interesting.
Can I be at the airport with this person alone?
Hmm.
That seems very irrelevant, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Can I be at the airport with you alone? Nobody else. No, no police, no TSA, nobody, just me and you at the airport. Are we gonna get along? Are we gonna
It's
be
a
confused?
personal relationship.
Yes. Can we be at the airport together alone? If we get that vibe, you're welcome on board.
Yeah. That's one key. Anytime I'm looking to hire somebody, I look at, can I spend 9 to 5 with this guy?
Yeah.
office.
Yes.
Okay, will I be
Yes.
Yeah.
If
That's
not-
key, man.
And thank you for giving the business nuggets. Because of time, I do want to pivot to like 2-3 more things. The first thing is we were talking about job security out in the hallway and how there's no such thing as job security. Your only security is your skills. And that's part of the reason why you worked with, I think you said 16 companies. Can you explain to our audience how comfortability is not good in our, in our career field, why it's important to always be looking for the next move and how to navigate that properly?
Thank you. So I've got a mentor, is white. I'm not gonna mention his name because he's pretty popular in Chicago tech space. He was the first person who told me that you are the security, your skills, like what you've built, you are your own security. So
Very
if
true.
you are working in any company and you think, yeah, I've got a job, I'm good, trust me, the shock is
You're
about
lying
to
to
happen.
yourself.
And I don't want you to wait to hear it or experience
Ta-da.
it because it's not.
You log in and it's your boss at HR on the call and it's
Yeah.
like,
No, you're not
hey,
even gonna be
They
able to
lock you-
log in.
Yeah, they lock you out. They lock you
Yeah.
out. That's
But Tolu, when do you know it's time to move on or when to transition?
Very
Because
good
that
question.
I struggle with that.
All right, so
Yes.
I'm gonna get into that. Now, the skills, you are your own security. And why is it good for you to move, along, go to several companies? Number one, is the upskill in salary.
yes,
Yeah.
you were saying
Yeah.
that.
If
Yep.
you're in
Yeah.
one
Yep.
company, they just give you like maybe 10%, 5% raise. But if you're moving from company
You'd be
to
surprised
company,
what you can
get
actually
40,
get. Yeah,
50%.
you'd be
You can
surprised.
negotiate a lot more.
You'd be surprised.
That's number
Yeah.
two. is the connection and the network that you build working with different companies.
Yeah.
And that is why some of the things that I know today and the people that I know, people are surprised, like, how do you know this so much people? Is because I've worked with a lot of them.
People, right.
Yeah. Number 3 is the experience and the culture. And finally, it's a quick ladder to get to the top.
Yes.
It depends on your career. If you're a software engineer, maybe engineering director. If you're in cybersecurity, maybe CISO or chief risk officer. Anything.
Right.
It's one of the best or quickest way to get to the
to
top.
the
just
Now, how do you know
it's time for
it's
me?
time to move?
That's the question of the hour.
Number 1, when you are the smartest person in the room. Like, everyone is asking you for answer. Everyone is asking you. You're the subject matter expert. Man, it's time to move. Because very soon, you become obsolete. So you have to move. Number 2, you know within yourself something is missing. you know, going to work now becomes like, I'm going there today again. And this is not, that feeling of, typical job. No.
That's different from smartest person. But in general, if you feel like
something is missing.
Okay.
That's number 2. Number 3, if you're not the type that is very good at office politics,
oh my gosh,
it's time for you to move as well.
Office politics is a
politics
whole
is
nother
different.
course
Yeah.
on its own. That should be taught.
If you want to talk about office politics,
Should be
we're going to
taught.
be here for an hour.
I'm
Oh,
telling
yeah.
you, that's why I'm like, it has to be its own thing,
Yeah.
because you think that, okay, I'm working, I'm coming 9 to 5, I'm turning in, I'm doing this,
Yeah.
but you could be like in the shadow and they just trust you to do your assignments,
Yep.
but you don't have the like ability, the network, you don't have the CISO's ear, things
Yeah.
like that. So like
Oh,
when it's
yeah.
time for promotions or salary bonuses, they're not really
Looking at
checking
you.
for you.
It has happened to
yeah.
me.
Because-
I will tell you, let me give you my personal experience quickly. I work with this company. If I mention what they do, it's a $30 billion company, year company. So now I saved them literally, unilaterally, $30 million.
Ooh.
Yes.
$30
Details,
million.
details.
Yes. What happened? People would buy. So, we sell. Let me not mention those things. The things we sell, some people who didn't pay for it, they were placing orders. But because of the system, they already shipped the product to them before we confirm.
Like the payment, yeah.
So I got
Yeah.
to understand that this
PCI
was
stuff.
Crazy.
insider
PCI,
threat.
They're
yeah.
losing.
It was insider
Insider threat.
threat.
Oh, yeah.
And we had the tools. And I just went to, I look at the tools, did integration, talk to my manager, ensure that the automation runs very well. And that year, I saved them $30 million.
So somebody was wiring the money, like
It wasn't
the
just
money-
one person.
Oh.
It was
People,
a group of
people were just
Insider
like,
threats, yeah.
they will give you they will give you like, yeah, I've paid for like 20 sheets
Yeah.
or 20 windows. Meanwhile, they didn't pay anything. And then the department that does the shipping shipped the product to them. So they were losing money. That year, I saved them $13 million.
Wow.
They told me
You
the-
saved
that
them.
this is how much
You
saved
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 that.
you
us.
saved because of what you did.
Because they compared it to last year, right?
What did I
Yeah.
get
Right.
for it? Thank you.
A good job.
Damn.
Good
They probably
job.
A pat on the back.
I mean, I guess they'll say this is what we brought you here for.
Yeah, exactly. That's what they be like,
Gosh.
yeah.
But somebody who probably
That's how
did
you hired
a
you.
quarter or a third of what you did, because they have the ears of the right people,
Right.
they get accelerated a lot faster.
Yeah.
So office politics, that's a whole thing, guys. Like,
Oh yeah.
Let me say this.
whole thing.
Hold on.
This might be a bit controversial.
Right.
If you're black,
Hmm.
if you're African, and you speak like me, or maybe you speak better than me, or I speak better than you, you've got to put in 3-4 times the work the other person put in. I'm not going to mention either white or black. Figure it out yourself. But you've got to put in the work before you can get half of what they get. I know you understand what I'm talking about.
Oh,
So
yeah.
put in
Yeah.
the work.
We
Yeah.
do.
Yeah.
do.
I
Okay.
mean, I think as Africans, right, we've always been that way. We've always tried to put in
As much
Extra.
as
5,
you can.
6, 7 times
Yeah.
the work because of where we come from. Like
Yeah.
we know there's not much opportunities
You
there,
cannot
so
afford to
we
lose.
cannot afford to lose.
Yes.
So yeah, I understand that
Yeah.
part.
And because of time, we do have to hop into another part, which is the amazing books you've brought to our podcast today, you guys. Like we said, he's an author, and we have the GRC Bible. I don't know much about it, but I work in GRC, so I'm curious as to know, what are these books about? How can they provide value? Where can we get it?
Thank you. So, can I pick them one after the other?
Go do
Yeah.
your
All right,
thing. Do
cool.
your thing.
So, GRC Bible is a comprehensive guide for the modern age. So, if you want to get into GRC, or if you are in GRC already, this book is the Bible. I'm a Christian, and we believe that Bible is a manual for life.
for
Yeah.
So, for those of you in GRC, this is the manual for you to excel and to get to the top. I've put years and years of experience, practical experience, and research into this.
I need this one today.
And again, for those of you watching, you're going to get a giveaway courtesy of this particular podcast. So you've got to subscribe before you can get it.
Only here, guys. Only here.
Hackerproof family only.
Also, GRC Chronicles, navigating the cyber seas of GRC. This is to help all of you who are already in GRC to know how to navigate everything that has to do with GRC, both the compliance, the regulations, the laws, and everything that is Chronicles. Also, the reason why I called it Chronicles is you get to know how and where GRC started.
Oh, the
Okay.
foundation.
That's that, the foundation.
Got you.
Then Bridging Realms is translating your non-test skills into GRC gold.
Oh.
You know, it's just describe itself. Whatever skills you have, how do you translate this into GRC? And beyond check boxes, you know, people say GRC is just clicking check boxes. Do you have this? Do you have that? And I said, no, there's
not
more
that
to that.
simple.
Yeah.
Right.
So this is to help you
Yes.
inculcate and integrate GRC into your security and your everyday life as an organization.
Got you.
So if you're a professional, this will be helpful.
Got it.
And finally, this is the first book I wrote, Hacking Your Way to the Job of Your Dreams.
Oof.
Amazing.
If you want to get into cybersecurity, you don't know where to go, how to start, this will help you.
There we go.
that's
There
it.
you have it.
So, how'd you go about writing the book, man? What's the
It's
Man.
a lot more research, and I've got a team.
Like,
I've got a team working with me.
Yeah.
So we look at the topics, we look at, and we do the research together.
Oh,
You
okay.
understand? Then, based on my own experience, we use that for the research, and we're able to come up with solutions that are very, very helpful. Like I said in the beginning when we started, this GRC Bible is $270. Do you know some people? I think maybe they're affiliates. I don't know. They
Right.
resell it for about $300.
Oh,
Right?
really?
wow.
Yeah,
Oh, really?
and when they sell it, they get their affiliate. I don't know how
Yeah.
they did it, but some of my team saw the thing and they sent it to me. I'm
Wow.
like, let them sell. So this is $270, and I
Yeah.
think this is one of the most expensive books in cybersecurity.
Wow.
The reason is because of what we put here. Trust me, this is a lot.
Wow, guys.
So,
So, this
the
is
process
gold.
of writing is number one, the ideation, the idea of what we want to write about, and this comes from experience, what we go through on daily basis, and then the research, and then the writing, and then the editing. And I've got a team.
That
Like I
helps
said,
you.
we're working on two right now, the intersection of GRC and AI. Because a lot of people are like,
Yeah.
how does GRC and AI, how do they
Integrate.
intertwine or
Yeah.
what?
Intertwine, yeah.
So we're working on that right now. We're writing two books because
Yeah.
we can't write one on that. It's too much. That'll be out soon.
Yeah.
Wow.
So,
AI
I
is
mean,
fast growing,
so,
man.
Yeah, so like this GRC Bible, right? What type of audience does it really target? Is it like the beginners, or can it help you go from being a mid to like
To excellent.
yeah,
Yeah. Thank
you.
expert?
That's
Yeah.
a good question.
Yeah.
Now, either you're a mid. So again, this is not a religious thing, but for those who are Christians or Muslim, the Quran or the Bible doesn't care if you're born again yesterday or you've been born again for a century. You're still the same Bible. So the same thing as this. If you are in GRC today, you started yesterday, or you're like Victoria, you're a giant there, you teach people, this is good for you. Or if you almost retired, this is good for you as well. So it doesn't matter the level that you are.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
a Bible
I
for
need
GRC.
that book today.
Me too. I need to
Oh
refresh
my
my
gosh.
GRC memory.
Yes. Oh my goodness. Tolu, like, thank you so much. This has been a golden session, you guys. We thank you on behalf of the Hackerproof family. You guys have heard it all. We've covered so many topics. As he said before, we'll be doing a giveaway. So stay tuned on our Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, everything for the details on it. $270 worth. We're going to give it to you guys. So stay tuned for the details on that one. And there you have it. A great session. Anything you guys want to close out with before we close the segment? Or
I mean, Tolu said it all.
Yeah,
Amazing
I said,
session,
I
man.
just like
Amazing.
what I'm gonna say is on behalf of the African community, I want to like thank you for like, what you're doing, and please don't stop. Keep
We
going.
appreciate
Thank you.
you, man.
Thank you. I'm getting used to people stopping me at the mall or
nice.
like it happened yesterday. I got to the hotel and someone, it's my brothers from Ghana.
Yeah.
Say, are you Tolu Michael? I said, yeah. Oh man, it's a miracle. I've been waiting. And he told the lady that they came together to the hotel. He said, I'm going to pay you so much because you brought me to this hotel.
Oh, wow.
If this is the only reason. And he got my number, we got talking. And so I'm used to it. Trust me, I won't stop. At least not now.
Yeah.
We're glad.
Yeah.
You are doing the Lord's work.
Yes, the Lord's work.
Yeah.
There you have it, guys.
Alrighty.
Thank you, and stay tuned for more. Bye.
Peace out, guys.
Peace out.
Take it easy.